Star Trek. Voyager's 10 best Season 4 episodes made Janeway's show better with 7 of 9. Season 4 of Star Trek. Voyager wasn't just a turning point for the series, it was a complete revitalization. With the departure of Kez and the introduction of 7 of 9, Voyager became sharper, bolder, and more character-driven. The dynamic between Captain Janeway and 7 of 9 created one of the richest mentor-student relationships in Star Trek history, and the show leaned into serialized emotional arcs more than ever before. These 10 standout Season 4 episodes show how Janeway's show became stronger, more personal, and more thrilling with 7 of 9 aboard. 1. Scorpion. Part 2. Season 4 begins in the heart of the chaos introduced in the Season 3 cliffhanger. The Voyager crew is trapped between the deadly Borg and an even deadlier enemy, species 8472. But it's not just the high-stakes diplomacy with the Borg that defines this episode. It's the introduction of 7 of 9. Jeri Ryan's arrival as the no-nonsense, hyper-efficient Borg liaison immediately alters the crew's chemistry and sets the stage for a fascinating journey of humanity reclaimed. 2. The Gift. With Kez leaving the ship and 7 forcibly severed from the Borg collective, the Gift cements 7's place on Voyager. The episode centers on transformation. Kez ascends to a higher state of being, and 7 is stripped of her implants, kicking off her journey toward individuality. Captain Janeway's stern but compassionate leadership is key here, as she becomes both jailer and protector of 7, insisting she deserves a second chance. 3. Year of Hell, Parts I and II. One of Voyager's most intense two-parters, Year of Hell presents an alternate reality where Janeway leads her ship through prolonged warfare with the Krenim. Although 7 plays a more supporting role in these episodes, her growing connection with the crew, particularly her willingness to sacrifice for others, foreshadows her evolution. These episodes show Janeway at her most defiant, and 7 as a potential heir to her tactical resolve. 4. Revulsion. In a dark but underrated bottle episode, 7 partners with the Doctor to respond to a distress call from a deranged hologram. The isolation of the story lets 7's curiosity and skepticism shine, especially in her dryly critical interactions with the Doctor. As she learns about organic irrationality and emotional inconsistency, her sharp insights reveal how much she still clings to Borg superiority, and how deeply she's starting to question it. 5. Scientific Method. This twisted and paranoid episode finds the Voyager crew unknowingly being experimented on by invisible aliens. 7, still not fully trusted, becomes the first to detect the interference. Her detached observation becomes an asset, and Janeway comes to rely on her intellect and vigilance. It's also the episode where Janeway pushes back hard, risking her crew and herself by flying into a binary star system, showing just how bold she becomes when 7 is in her corner. 6. Message in a Bottle. When Voyager discovers a way to send a transmission across the galaxy, 7 proves pivotal to the operation. This episode gives her one of her first moments of triumph, showcasing her efficiency and confidence as she restores communication systems and helps save the Doctor on the Prometheus. It's also one of the first times Janeway fully acknowledges that 7 isn't just a project. She's an indispensable crew member. 7. 1. Stranded in a nebula filled with deadly radiation, the crew must go into stasis, leaving 7 and the Doctor to manage the ship. Alone for weeks, 7 begins to unravel. Her hallucinations and struggle with isolation are a powerful metaphor for her separation from the Borg. The Janeway influence is felt even in her absence, as 7 draws strength from the Captain's teachings about individuality and endurance. 8. Prey. Prey explores a thorny moral dilemma as Janeway orders the return of a Hirogen-hunted species 8472. 7 opposes her, prioritizing strategic advantage over principle. Their clash reaches a boiling point when 7 disobeys orders, transporting the creature to the Hirogen ship. This moment defines their relationship, Janeway's moral compass versus 7's utilitarian logic. It's the ultimate test of Janeway's ability to shape 7's emerging humanity. 9. Hope and Fear. A mysterious alien offers Voyager a shortcut home, but it's a trap. 7 is wary from the beginning, and her instincts are right. Her intuition and loyalty shine here, as she sides with Janeway over a too-good-to-be-true opportunity. By season's end, Seven is no longer an outsider. She's trusted, not just by